All right, people. We're live. We are I'm ready. I'm ready for another night of another probably half hour of talking. I know I ramble a lot. Um it's nothing new on this channel. So I mean if you're logging in, don't expect me to oh good lord. By the way, if you're in Houston right now, you are probably hearing this thunder outside. So forgive me if that's in the background because the thunder is booming tonight. Good lord. Um, so tonight we have a lot to talk about. Something I have wanted to talk about for a while. I did tell y'all that I'd keep y'all updated with the Rockets and give y'all my takes on what they've done so far since being eliminated and what they should do to better their team's chances of winning a championship in the future. But we're also going to be talking about the Astros and Padres live score. Padres just tied it at 2 apiece on another Tatis home run. This guy is killing it. Stinks though because I thought this would just be a game where we just won and there was no closeness. But the Astros offense is so inconsistent that we have to go through this again. So let me get my hat and let's get started. I should be wearing my let's do it. I guess I'm gonna have to wear both of these tonight, but since I'm gonna talk about the Rockets first, I'm gonna wear my Rockets hat. So yeah, this is gonna be a messy offseason for the Rockets, and it's gonna be a tough one. And besides those two things, this is going to be a very important offseason. If the Rockets do not cash in, they will not be good next year, and chances are they probably won't be good for a little while. I think 2022's offseason is going to be interesting as well. I don't think the Rockets are getting their due credit with talent. Obviously, they've been forgotten. They're the worst team in basketball. They just played awful this year. But that doesn't disregard the fact that they have potential. And Raphael Stone has the potential to become the next Daryl Morey. Can he? I don't think so. I think Daryl Morey is going to be, or I think Daryl Morey's level of expertise won't be reached by Raphael Stone, but I do think Raphael Stone will make good decisions. He pulled out that Kelly Olynyk trade, that's another thing I want to go into. The Rockets need to re-sign Kelly Olynyk. That guy has been tearing it up since becoming a Rocket. He's boosted his stats from when he was on the Heat to coming to Houston. And Victor Oladipo for the Heat, he hasn't done anything. He's barely played, and he's supposed to be out for the playoffs. And now the Heat have their backs against the wall. So what does that tell you? I don't believe the Rockets will make the playoffs next season. Just because I don't think there's a lot on the market this offseason. Next offseason, there's going to be a lot on the market. So the Rockets have no excuse not to go all in. They have money. They have picks. They've got talent. Let's build on this. Let's have the Rockets be one of those teams that everyone goes to. Not everyone, but let's have a step below a super team that can win championships. If we can have that, I'll be happy. But anyways, throughout the stream, like I said, I'm going to be updating y'all on the Astros score. I guess I'll just update y'all right now. Bottom of the eighth, 2-2 game. Jose Altuve at the plate with 2 out. I really hope the Padres don't take the lead in the ninth because then we'll just lose. But anyways, back to the Rockets. So I've been looking over the free agent market the last few days. It's pretty diverse. I mean, we got – here I'm going to go on the list. Kawhi Leonard is going to be a free agent. Chris Paul is going to be a free agent. Among all of these, though, the ones that I want the Rockets to target, I would like the Rockets to go for Otto Porter Jr. He's still kind of toward his prime. He's not very expensive, and he seems like a pretty decent pickup. And I think that would work out great for the Rockets. Another guy that I would consider possibly is maybe Kelly Oubre. I think Kelly Oubre will go back to Golden State. I don't think Kelly Oubre is going to leave because I think Golden State wants to keep him on as a secondary guy that can help them make the playoffs next year. But if he does leave, that would be nice to go pick him up. Lonzo Ball. I wouldn't mind getting Lonzo Ball. He's a good defender. He's an okay shooter. Not a very good shooter, but he's a decent shooter. Maybe Dennis Schroeder. I feel like Dennis Schroeder could be a good bench player. He could be the Rockets' sixth man. We need to boost our bench this offseason. Our starting lineup is pretty solid. Outside of Daniel House, yes, our starting lineup is solid. I think the Rockets need to trade Eric Gordon this offseason. Get rid of him. Let him walk. Whatever he is, if he's a free agent, just let him go. I don't know. Just get rid of Eric Gordon. I don't want any more Eric Gordon. I also think we need to get rid of John Wall. Here's why. John Wall is getting old. He asks for too much. And sorry, but he just doesn't play up to what he plays to. And he's injury prone. He's always injured. Always. But, yeah, there are a lot of free agents this offseason that I would like the Rockets to consider. I wouldn't like us to go and get someone that we already had. Getting Chris Paul back would be nice, even though what are the chances the Rockets are going to go get Chris Paul? That's stupid. But no, it would be nice to go get him. He's had a monster season in Phoenix. And I think with a younger Rockets team, the way he helped Phoenix get to the playoffs this season, had he not been there, Phoenix would not be in the playoffs right now. Could he have the same impact on the Rockets? Maybe. If our youngsters step up, Christian Wood had a good season. He didn't have a horrible season. He didn't have a great season, but he had a good season. And he's only going to get better from here, I think. Kevin Porter Jr., great trade. Great pickup. He hasn't had an outburst like he did on the Cavs, which is good. So if he keeps his behavior in check and he puts up decent points a game, I think we should keep him long term. And that's what really all of Houston is thinking right now. The Rockets are Houston's, I mean, probably other than Texans, Houston's forgettable team. The Astros are the only team that really everyone is focusing on right now. Unless you're not a baseball fan, which puts you in a bad place. Golly, that. Did y'all hear that? Type in chat if y'all heard that. That was horrible. All of these strikes are always close. Did y'all hear that? Man. I have my blinds closed, but I'm like still looking over there because it's like it sounded really close. Anyways, back to the Rockets, just man, the storm is really like shook up. Anyways, another guy that I would like the Rockets to let walk, Daniel House Jr. I don't like Daniel House. He doesn't get injured that often, and he doesn't have terrible games, but he's just kind of a stupid player. He's not the smartest tool in the shed, to say the least. He makes bad decisions on the offense. He's not a very good defender, and I just don't really see him as a guy that's going to help lead you to a championship. So I think Daniel House needs to go. Let Avery Bradley walk. Avery Bradley's days are almost over in the NBA. I don't know why we went ahead and actually accepted a deal with Avery Bradley in it. I think, obviously, when the Rockets traded for Kelly Olynyk, everyone thought that the Heat won that trade. But so far, the Rockets have won that trade. So I got to give Raphael Stone I got to give some kudos to Raphael Stone. He's got the brain. He's got the brains. He's got the brains. The Rockets have got the bronze. Let's get a championship and make some moolah. If we do not have a top 3 pick, I've said this many times, if we don't have a top 3 pick at the draft, I will view this past season as a wasted year. And everyone's going to view it as that. If we don't get someone like Cade Cunningham or Evan Mobley, it's going to be a waste. Because we've been waiting on we were the worst team in basketball this year, right? Okay, well, this gives us better chances of getting the number 1 pick. Possibility we go Knicks mode in 2019? Yeah. Everyone thought the Knicks were getting Zion in 2019. Instead, they had to settle for RJ Barrett, who I haven't heard anything about. Who I have heard about is Zion Williamson and John Morant, the 2 guys that went before RJ Barrett. And they are tearing it up. Is there a possibility that the Rockets will go RJ Barrett mode? They'll just get someone like RJ Barrett. Yeah, there's a big chance. But it wouldn't be terrible. It wouldn't be horrible. I could still view a top 4 pick as that could be someone that's really going to help you off the bench. The Rockets have so many draft picks now. So many. And guess what? You know what you can do with those draft picks? If you don't want them, if you think, hey, we have way too many draft picks, trade for a superstar. You pulled it off with what? I don't know what we traded for Westbrook. I don't know if it was a first-round pick. But, those James Harden and Russell Westbrook trades, they gave us a load of picks. A load. So, no, there's no reason the Rockets should stay silent this offseason. Like I said, trade for a superstar if you have to. Trade for someone that's not going to get you decent games every game, but someone that will lead you to the playoffs. Let's baby steps, guys. We don't need to go straight for a championship. That's what Phoenix is doing. Am I rooting for Phoenix, though? Yes, I am. I love Chris Paul. I love Devin Booker, and I love DeAndre Ayton. That team has a very powerful young core, and I respect the heck out of Chris Paul. So I hope they win the championship. I hope they beat the Lakers. Chances are they won't, but I hope they do. Another big topic that we all need to consider right now is what we're going to do once these guys' contracts are up. Christian Wood has 2 years remaining on his contract. Had James Harden stayed in Houston this year, we would have definitely gone to the playoffs. Because James Harden seemed to carry this team every year. He was our core. But now he's on a super team called the Brooklyn Nets. And right now, what is it? Game 3, they're beating the Celtics 2-1. I think it's about to be 2-1 because the Celtics were beating them late last I checked. But Christian Wood has 2 years left on his contract. He says he loves Houston. He wants to stay. He'll get better, and I believe him. Christian Wood has proved everyone in the NBA wrong. No one believed in him, but he stepped up and said, "Oh, you don't believe in me? I believe in myself. So I'm going to go out there and I'm going to hoop every game." But the biggest concern about Christian Wood is his injury-prone state. He is injury-prone. That's why no one wants him. The Rockets want him because he's talented, and that's good. If he stays healthy, he can lead the Rockets to a championship. Kevin Porter Jr. I think he doesn't get injured that much. I think he just sat out the last few games of the season because the Rockets didn't care, and they just didn't want to risk it. Like I said, if he keeps his emotions in check and he has efficiency every game, we're a contender. But we need guys to build around. Not guys like DJ Augustine, not guys like Avery Bradley. We need actual players. We don't need guys like Sterling Brown or Daniel House who will have maybe 8 points a game and are pretty inefficient on the defensive end. We need guys who are dependable, not guys who are like going to be 6th man of the year, but guys who are maybe a step below 6th man of the year. Those types of guys. We need to have a good bench. If we have a good bench, we'll be a great team. Right now, we don't have a very good bench. But if we let the scrubs walk and we bring in a whole new team of experts, you're looking at a championship team. I don't believe in teams like the Nets. Here's why. The Nets are a good team. I'm not going to hold back and say they're not. They're a good team. They have Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden. 3 of the most talented players in the league. But if they do not come through in a game, their chances go way down. For the Nets to win, they need every one of those guys to have efficient games, or they're plus the Nets don't have a very good bench. That's why I don't believe in teams like the Nets. And also the Nets, like, their big 3 never play with each other. What's up, Houston Sports Talk Productions? This is Houston Sports Fan Vlog Sports Talk. It's the longest name on YouTube. Just sitting here just an update, y'all. I'm just sitting here talking about the Rockets. I want some efficiency in the off season. There's going to be a lot to do. It's going to be a long off season. We're still in the playoffs, so we're not there yet. But we need to be elite. We need to be big brain. I also don't believe in teams. By the way, I also don't believe in teams like the Jazz. Hold on. Yo, did you check out my Rockets vids? I saw a few of them. Yeah, you keep a close eye on the Rockets. You keep a closer eye on them than I do. I'm really just getting on here and talking about what I think they should do. I do not care about the Rockets right now. Voice crack. Other than the fact that they're about to have a big draft lottery and hopefully a big NBA draft. Man, that voice crack is still sticking with me. Cool. You do Astros. Yes, I do. I'm actually updating. I'm going to update you on the Astros score right now. That actually reminded me. Still 2-2. Bottom of the ninth. 2 out. No one on for the Astros. Looks like this is going into extras. Astros offense is having another meltdown. Ugh. Team is so inefficient. I'm not watching it. I'm just kind of like doing a game cast. But anyways, I don't believe in teams like the Jazz. The Jazz are a talented team. They have a good core. But this was a shortened season. And seeing as how Mike Conley is probably going to be gone after the season and how the Jazz's bench isn't that good. I mean, no, the Jazz have a really good bench. That's probably what propels them to the playoffs. But I just don't believe in a lot of their guys. Like, I don't believe in Joe Ingles. I don't believe in I can't remember if it's Bogdan or Bogdanovich. I don't believe in those guys. Those guys are just three-point shooters that aren't very efficient per game. I haven't paid attention to the Jazz, though. They are a really good team right now. Donovan Mitchell is tearing it up. Mike Conley had a really good season. Rudy Gobert is just being Rudy Gobert. I mean, Rudy Gobert is just good overall. Rumor is that the Rockets, if they don't give up top 4, that they will trade 18 and 24 with Daniel House to trade down. That's not bad. Like I said, that's a good way to get rid of Daniel House because I don't like Daniel House, and I think the Rockets need to get rid of him. And my problem with guys like that is that, yes, they'll get you points, but are they going to get you stops? My big problem with the NBA is that it focuses way too much on the offensive end. Everyone seems to have forgotten the defensive end. You can't have offense without defense. Defense is like, I mean, that's what Hakeem did. He did offense and defense. Did James Harden do offense and defense? Not really. He did it towards the end of his Rockets career, but no way did he do it in the beginning or the middle. That's not going to get you a championship. Guys who don't play defense are not going to get you to a championship. I think our best defensive season with James Harden was 2018 when we almost went to the finals. Rockets need to bring back Nwaba and sign Noel. I agree. I actually agree with that. You might think from me that I might deny that. I'm not a huge David Nwaba fan, but I do think he's a good defensive player. So yeah, I would like to bring him back. I would like to experiment with that. And Nerlens Noel, I have very mixed feelings about Nerlens Noel, though. I feel like he's one of those guys that will have an efficient season, and then the very next season he's terrible, and then he'll have another efficient season. Like, I haven't heard really anything about him, but last season with the Thunder, he was good, and he obviously proved that in the playoffs against the Rockets. Yeah, his defense is clutch, and yeah, he's got speed. Nwaba's underrated, I think. I'm glad. I'm actually very content with the Rockets trades though this season. I like the deals we got out of them. I like that we got DJ Augustine. Actually, I don't want to keep DJ Augustine, but I will say this: if we do, he could serve as like a PJ Tucker. He could be like a mentor because he's a veteran. He's been in the league forever, and he could just. He hasn't been horrible. He's been kind of performing for the Rockets. He hasn't been terrible. So no, Augustine's not horrible. That wouldn't be the worst thing to keep him. But Olynyk is the main guy we need to resign. Kelly Olynyk has proven that he is one of the most underrated. I just had a brain fart. Yeah, like I said, he's one of the most underrated players in the NBA. I'm sorry, he is. Everyone doubted him when he went to the Rockets, and he did 10 times more than Victor Oladipo did for the Heat. Now look where the Heat are. The Heat made the playoffs. The Rockets didn't. But still, they made the playoffs without Victor Oladipo. So they basically just lost Kelly Olynyk and Avery Bradley for nothing. That's what everyone thought the Rockets were trading Oladipo for. Nothing. Nope. They actually won that deal. Now, if they re-sign Olynyk, they'll definitely win the deal. I mean, you're looking at a great lineup. Wall, KPJ. I don't really know who we're going to have at small forward. Maybe House. I don't like House at all. Skipping small forward. Christian Wood at power forward. And Kelly Olynyk at center. That's a great lineup. That's a great lineup. I don't know. I'm going back and forth between the stream and the Astros game. So I'm like, oh, Tate. Right. Tate. I keep forgetting about Jae'Sean Tate. That's actually a guy that I was really impressed with. I did not think big of. Did they score? Gosh dang it. Ugh. Well, we're going to lose then because the offense is terrible in extras. Well, whatever. Anyways, back to the Rockets. No, I was really impressed with Jae'Sean Tate. Like I said, I don't think big of any of the Rockets foreign players that we signed to 10-day contracts. I thought nothing of Jae'Sean Tate when we got him. But he really performed this season, and I think he's definitely a strong contender for Rookie of the Year. He's not going to win Rookie of the Year, but he's a strong contender. They'll probably give it to LaMelo Ball because that's just what everyone wants. I actually, to be quite honest, I think LaMelo Ball is a little overrated. He's a good player, but I think he's going to be injury prone like Lonzo. That Ball family's cursed. But I would like to have, like I said, I would like to have Lonzo. I think Lonzo would be good on the Rockets. I think he would fit the culture. He shoots threes, and he's not very efficient with threes, but he's a good defender. And that's what we need right now is defenders. Not guys that are super good offensively, but defenders. But anyways, I also want to. This is another thing I really need to bring up. The situation in LA. I need to bring this up because it's going to be a tough offseason for Los Angeles. PGK, Cade, okay, Jalen said, yeah. Like I said, that's going to be a good. Yeah, that's going to be a good. It's going to be a good lineup. Or Olynyk if he does not re-sign KJ. Wait, so we're not. Are we? Is KJ a free agent? I hope not. Dude, KJ Martin was killing it this year. KJ Martin wasn't like a 20+ points a game shooter, but good. I'm looking for him. KJ. Whatever, I'll just look him up. But anyways, the situation. Oh, okay, okay, Kelly. Never mind then. The situation in LA. I don't believe in the Lakers. I don't think they're going to win the championship. I think they'll beat the Suns, but I don't think they're going to win the championship. Anthony Davis, so far these playoffs, looked super frazzled. He has not looked good at all. LeBron, doing LeBron things, but a little worse. LeBron is wearing down. And that's something that people need to accept. We're coming to the end of the LeBron era. And when we get there, people are going to have to move on. Because there's not a lot there's not a lot of other ones that they can there's not a lot of other ones they can lean on as like their new LeBron. Probably Zion, because Zion's young and I wouldn't say he's playing like a young LeBron, but he's got potential. But yes, LA is going to have a crazy offseason. Will Kawhi leave if the Clippers don't win the championship, which they won't? I have no faith in the Clippers. They're terrible in the playoffs. I also don't believe in Paul George. Will the Clippers get rid of Paul George? Probably not. I think he's got a few more years on his contract, but still. But then this whole thing with the Lakers. You have so many guys who are old and worn out. 80 is average, 29.5. Yeah, well, okay. But that's not the full stat line. What I'm saying is 80 to when I've watched him in the playoffs, when I've watched Anthony Davis in the playoffs so far, he's just looked inconsistent. Okay, he's almost scoring 30 a game. That's AD though. AD does that. But does that mean he's being consistent in the game? Not completely. That could mean he's having an efficient scoring night, but he's turning the ball over a lot. That's what I saw. He was turning the ball over. He was throwing the ball out of bounds. He was making stupid plays on the defensive end. That's what the Lakers need to avoid with Anthony Davis. And another thing, he's really injury prone. And LeBron is becoming injury prone too. But Anthony Davis, sorry, LA, he's not going to win you another championship with how injury prone he is. And yes, like I said, the bench. You have so many guys there who are veterans. So many guys that are worn, that have just they're not as good as they were. Marc Gasol, Wesley Matt. I don't know how old Wesley Matthews is, but I know he's not that good anymore. I feel like he was efficient last season in Milwaukee. I don't know. Who else? There's other guys. I guess I'm just forgetting. The Lakers actually have young guys on their bench too, but the young guys on their bench are really overrated. Alex Caruso, everyone tells me Alex Caruso is going to be the next big thing. No, he will not be the next big thing. Alex Caruso is just another meh bench player that'll get you like 2 threes a game and won't do anything else. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I can dunk. So what? LeBron throws you lobs, you can dunk. Cool. He dunks with what 2 hands, 1 hand? Who cares? Dunking does not make you a big deal. You don't see Derrick Jones being a big deal. He dunks. He dunks like crazy. He does like amazing dunks. You don't see Aaron Gordon blowing up. He dunks. Alex Caruso is overrated, and I don't think he's going to be a big thing for the Lakers. Another guy too, and I think all of LA can agree with me on this. Kyle Kuzma. He's terrible. He underperforms almost every game. He's just not. No, he's not a very good player. From what I've heard and from what I've seen. When I watched the playoffs last year, Rockets, Lakers, I didn't see him doing anything. If Clippers get swept in first round, then Kawhi will go to the Knicks. Oh, the Knicks are going to have a force then if Kawhi goes there. That's another guy too. Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard is wearing down. He's getting injury prone. Did you see him this season? My dad, I had a fantasy league going this season. My dad had him on his team. And it seemed like every other game, Kawhi was out for some reason. Why? Why is that? Kawhi is going down the path of John Wall and Anthony Davis. You don't want that if you're the Clippers. So Kawhi walking wouldn't be the worst thing. But it wouldn't be the best thing either because then you're losing your best player. Paul George is I don't understand Paul George at all anymore, actually. He used to be really good, but I just don't get him. He just has he'll have a good game and then he just has horrible games. Like games where he does nothing. I just don't understand him. Next we'll get Leonard, Drummond, and Dennis Schroeder. Maybe. Getting Drummond actually would not be bad. Would not be good for the Knicks. That's another guy that's really injury prone. Andre Drummond is he's not a bad player, but he's just I feel like his talent is just his talent's already basically gone. Is what I think. If not Schroeder, then Lonzo Ball. Maybe. I could see Lonzo going to the Knicks. That wouldn't be terrible. I feel like Lonzo could work for any team other than the Pelicans. He just doesn't fit the Pelicans. He doesn't fit their culture at all, I don't think. Ball will go to Knicks or Bulls. Maybe. I'd probably see the Bulls more than the Knicks. Schroeder. I actually think Schroeder – I don't see Schroeder re-signing with LA, but I could see Schroeder just going to another – wouldn't it be hilarious if Schroeder went back to the Hawks? That would be hilarious. Oh, I leave and they're terrible, but then I come back and they're good. What happened? What happened? I don't know. I saw this thing today, too. No, it won't happen. If it did, though, that would be nice. I'd actually like to see Trae Young and Dennis Schroeder working side by side. Another thing I saw today, Malik Monk. I don't know much about Malik Monk. I just know that I don't know if he's a starter or a bench player. I think he's more of a starter. But if the Hornets barely missed, you mean when I left? Yeah, that's what I mean. Malik Monk, would he fit with the Rockets? That's what I saw someone saying today. It was if any of you guys watch Will Upton, then you'll know who I'm talking about. There's a few popular. I think there are a few YouTubers on there that have about around 10,000 subscribers, and I think they're fans of the Nets and the Bulls, but they're also fans of the Rockets. So they'll talk about the Rockets every now and then. And I think they actually bring up pretty good points for the Rockets, quite honestly. And one of them was coming out today and saying that maybe Malik Monk might be a good fit with the Rockets. And I don't disagree. I'm going to look up Malik Monk's stats right now. I cannot with this. Okay. So Malik Monk this season. 11 points a game, 2.4 rebounds. That's not bad. It's not good. It's not bad. You make vids for Will. Okay. Man. I'd love it if the Rockets would be like the Hornets, though. I never thought I'd see myself saying that because I've never been a Hornets fan. I think the Gordon Hayward thing was stupid, even though I guess Gordon Hayward was helpful in getting them almost to the playoffs, almost on Houston Rockets Daily. Yeah. I watch some of those videos. I'll just watch the ones that are on the Rockets or if they're streaming the live Lakers game so I can troll the Lakers. I despise the Lakers. I already didn't like LeBron when he went to the Lakers, but when he went to LA, I just bye. I'm never gonna be a fan of you. And I've said this so many times. I hate the fact that people compare LeBron to Jordan. I don't like it. LeBron is a legendary player, best of his time, but he's not a Jordan. He's no Jordan. Did LeBron drop almost six? Did LeBron drop like 50 plus a game with the flu? Astros get out of 10th down 3-2. Good. Who's our four-hitter? Okay, so Bregman will be on second. And we've got if Ewing and Correa get out, then we're done because McCormick won't do anything. McCormick has represented our runs tonight, but I guarantee he won't do anything. Anyways, LeBron is not Jordan. I don't know why people say that. Michael Jordan won 6 championships with the same team. LeBron went to different teams and won championships. That's good, but he did it with other people. He did it with other stars. Michael Jordan did it with 2 guys, the same guys. He didn't go to different people with different levels who could help him more. Michael did it himself. No, I don't know why people compare him to Jordan. Could he be considered like a step just below Jordan? Yes, but he's not a Jordan. Michael Jordan was just I didn't understand why everyone thought Michael Jordan was like this big deal until I watched The Last Dance. Then I just realized how good he was. I said before then that I didn't think LeBron was a Jordan because I knew Jordan was good, but I didn't think he was like this icon. And I didn't think really anything of LeBron. But when I watched The Last Dance, that kind of opened my eyes to like what Jordan was all about. And I can tell you right now, LeBron James is not Michael Jordan. In terms of clutch, in terms of grinding, LeBron just goes out there and throws stuff up and it goes in. Michael Jordan worked for it. And he worked hard. He went through a lot more than LeBron has, and he did more than LeBron has. Yes, he had Pippen, he had Rodman, he had Kerr, he had Kukoc. LeBron has had Wade, Bosch, Irving, Davis. I mean, where does it end? The dude's got so many guys to back him up. Jordan didn't have that many. Kerr and Kukoc and those other guys, like outside of Rodman and Pippen, they weren't as good as the guys who play now, like Irving or Davis or Wade or Bosch. No, they weren't like those guys. So Jordan didn't have much to work with like LeBron did. And he still won because he was better. LeBron, outside of the stars, though, I will say this. I'll give him this. Like on the Lakers right now, he didn't have much to work with off the bench. So I'll give him that, but I still think Jordan's better. You can't convince me otherwise. I just think Jordan's better. But anyways, I wanted to clear that up because this has been something I just really wanted to pour my heart out to because I just hate when people say LeBron is better than Jordan. He's the GOAT. Because I completely disagree. Anyways, I think I might leave the stream here. It's you know what? I'm going to keep streaming until the Astros game is over. Or actually until the 10th inning is over. Because either the Astros lose here or they tie it and we go into the 11th. I'm going to stream until then. But now, with that being said, it's time to put on my Astros cap, and we're going to go talk about the Astros. No more Rockets talk. We talked about the Rockets. We talked about what I think they should do. Okay. Let's move on. The Astros won last game against the Dodgers. They proved Trevor Bauer wrong. I did a video on that. If you want to go check that out, go ahead and do so. I did a stream on the Astros beating the Dodgers the other night. That was a big game. And with what happened and what transpired within that game, it was a tough game for the Astros to win. And they still won. So I was happy. The Dodgers blew us out the first game, and people are like, oh, we still beat you in the first game. Well, so what? Doesn't matter. That's just showing salt. Dodgers outplayed us the first night. The Astros outplayed the Dodgers the second night. That's all we got to say. My big problem with Dodger fans is they can't accept the fact that the Astros are just good. I actually respect the fans that will just say, I don't like the Astros, but I can accept the fact that they're a good team. If all Dodger fans were like that, I like Dodger fans a lot more. I wouldn't like them a lot, but I'd like them a lot more than I do right now. I don't like Dodger fans. That fight has gone viral. I talked about that the other night and how stupid it was. I didn't know what had transpired. I do want to come out and say again what a stupid and unneeded event that was. That like I said, there's no place for that, and it just makes the whole fan base look bad. Dodgers and Astros. Worst fans, Dodgers or Yankees? Yankees. I hate Yankee fans way more than the Dodgers. Yankee fan, like I said, and I also brought that up. I brought that up in that video too. I brought up Yankee fans and my view on Yankee fans. Yankee fans are probably one of, if not the most dysfunctional fans in baseball. And like I said in the last video, they throw trash on the field when their team loses a game. When they don't accept failure. Teams like the Astros, they'll go into slumps, and fans are like, that's fine because we're a talented team. But the Yankees, who are still like, and the Yankees are a very dysfunctional team, but the fans are just like, they just don't accept it. You know why? Because they have no one else to turn to other than the Nets. Even though I don't know if Brooklyn's considered, I think Brooklyn's considered a New York team. But no, Yankee fans are very dysfunctional. That's why I don't like Yankee fans. And they're harsh, very harsh. They made fun of Zach Greinke and his mental stability when we were playing them in the LCS in 2019. That's not good. That doesn't make you look good at all. And Josh Reddick saying that they were being disrespectful, I agree. That was disrespectful. And the fact that I watched a video on Yankee fans responding to Josh Reddick's comments saying that they were being disrespectful. They're like, well, you should have thought about that before you came to New York. So you're encouraging actions like that. Okay, maybe you're not encouraging it, but you're excusing it. That's not good. That doesn't make you look good. Doesn't make your fan base look good. No, I don't like Yankee fans at all. There are actually Yankee fans though that I will go and watch because I love their reactions when the Astros beat them or something. I just love to see Yankee fans suffer. And that sounds so evil, but if you're a baseball fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That's what it's come to. Because Yankee fans hate the Astros. So as Astros fans, we kind of gotta hate the Yankee fans and the Yankees. More or less the Yankees. That thunder, it's getting on my nerves. It's getting on my nerves just as much as it's getting on y'all's nerves. This weather, this Houston weather is the worst. It's the worst. All day Padres. If you're a Padres fan, I have no problem with you. Like I just said, I have a problem with the Dodgers and Yankee fans. If you're a Padre fan, you probably have the same problem that I do. That's fine. I actually like the Padres. I have no problem with the Padres. I've seen the Padres in action, and it was when they were terrible, but even then I actually did kind of like the Padres. I've always kind of liked them. Right now they're tearing it up. And I hope that the Astros win tonight, of course, but them losing it's just one game. Bad news is the Astros have such a tough schedule coming up. After this, we got to play Boston. And I don't think Boston is as good as everyone thinks, but that's still going to be a pretty big series for us. Astros need to prove to everyone that they're still a major contender. But no, I don't have any problem with the Padres at all. I have a problem with the Dodgers, like many Padres fans do. And I have a problem with the Yankees, like probably not many Padres do, but many Astros fans do. There's a lot of the MLB has been super wild since the Astros cheating scandal. There's just been so much controversy with the league, and I just feel like it's been way more intoxicated. Like, it's just so, I don't know if intoxicated is the best word to describe it, but it's just so, like, I don't know. And what's the commissioner of baseball's name? Can someone type in the chat what the commissioner of baseball's name is? It's Robert something. Robert. I'm a baseball fan and I don't know the commissioner's name. I know the NBA and NFL commissioners' names, but I don't know the baseball. Robert. Is it Manfred? Yeah, Manfred. Manfred. Yeah. Robert Manfred is a moron. And like many other fans, I don't like how he's handling stuff. Do I like the fact that he spared the Astros? Yes, because I'm an Astros fan, and I didn't want our title ripped because, first of all, that's unneeded, and second of all, other teams have cheated in history, and they haven't had their title stripped. But no, I don't like Rob Manfred. I think he's made stupid decisions. He's stayed very silent, and he's just kind of disregarding these events and not doing anything about it. It's just his like silence in matters is just it's ruining the popularity of the league. I like to keep up with YouTubers who are maybe like they're big on baseball and they'll post videos about news that's come out, and they're also like doing videos. Oh, the Astros tied it. Yes. Okay. Oh gosh, what a relief. Okay. I lost my train of thought. What was I just saying? Whatever. You know, new subject. I forgot what I was talking about. I'm not going to ramble on and be like, oh, I can't remember what I'm talking about. New subject. The White Sox. I'm going to be talking about all of these teams all night. I've already been doing this stream for almost an hour. The White Sox are a team I really need to talk about. I've never been a huge Chicago White Sox fan. Because they beat the Astros in the World Series. No, it's because I just don't think they're a very good I don't think they're a very smart organization. They're a very old and original organization that's had many historic and legendary players, but I'm not a huge White Sox fan. Tony La Russa, that's something I need to talk about. The Yerman Mercedes thing that took place last week. What a joke. Straw for the win? Are you kidding? Are you serious? No way. He did not. Are you saying that like hopefully he does? There's no way. Are you serious? I swear if you're trolling me right now, I hope. I'm going to wait. Maybe he did. I'm going to wait a minute because my internet's off right now. Okay. I meant imagine. Okay. Well, he's about to walk right now, so maybe Maldonado can walk it off. Yeah, the Yerman Mercedes thing was a joke. He's a rookie. What's his name? Tony La Russa or Tommy La Russa, whatever his name is. La Russa, what are you doing? So many other like people have came out and said like, what are you doing, La Russa? I'm gonna be one of those YouTubers. Why are you defending the fact that the other team is hitting your player? Okay, he hit a home run and he might have kind of flexed a little bit. I actually kind of respect the unwritten rule. I don't think players should brag if they're already up by a bunch. However, if it's something like they were behind before and they took the lead on a home run, then that's fine. I actually like that. But if they're up by a bunch and they do that, I don't like that. But the way La Russa handled that was awful. I mean, awful. And I think he should have been fined, if not maybe even fired for what he said, because that was just disrespectful. I mean, and Yerman Mercedes, he's a rookie. He doesn't know any better. He's going to learn about these things. Don't do that. But like many others have said, La Russa is a very old guy. He's getting on. He's getting on in years. And he's an old ball. He's like his style of the game is very old. So he probably respects that rule a lot more than we do. But no, I did not like the way he handled that at all. But like I said, this is one of those things. This is why the MLB has been so chaotic the last like year or so. There's been so many things happening. So many no-hitters this year. Fernando Tatis, Yerman Mercedes, these youngsters who are just going off, changing the game, changing the way we view the game. The no-hitters I actually do want to talk about really quick. I don't believe in the no-hitters. I don't believe in any of the pitchers this year who have thrown no-hitters. Corey Kluber, don't believe in him. Over the hill, he's always injured, and I just don't think he's as good as he was when he was on the Indians. Wade Miley. It was one game, Wade. Imagine if you could have done that on the Astros. No, instead, you couldn't get through the first inning against terrible teams. John Means. Who? That's actually over. I know who John. I've actually kind of become a little more knowledgeable of John Means since he threw that no-hitter, but John Means, you're not going to be an all-star, so don't celebrate now. I feel like all Musgrove, yes, that's the one that I actually respect. And guess what, guys? It's because he was an Astro. Joe Musgrove deserved a moment. He was horrible. Well, okay, he wasn't horrible, but he was bad on the Astros. But I didn't hate him. And the fact that he threw a no-hitter, I felt good about it. Not just because he was an Astro, but because I always kind of liked Joe Musgrove. He's not an all-star. He's not going to be like a Cy Young, but he's a good pitcher. He's a good kid. And I love how I'm saying kid when he's about 10, 15 years older than me. But yeah, all these other no-hitters, they just I made a Garrett Stubbs vid today. Garrett Stubbs, is that gonna be one of those guys that the Astros are gonna have to trash really soon? Garrett Stubbs barely plays, but he's becoming one of those guys that's like I can guarantee you right now, Garrett Stubbs is gonna be one of those guys that's just a waste of a draft pick. I don't believe in him. I don't believe in Garrett Stubbs. Just like I don't believe in Chas McCormick, just like I don't believe in Taylor Jones. Can you do play-by-play for the Astros right now? Sure. I'll just update y'all right now. I'm not gonna do a play-by-play, but I'll update y'all like every pitch. 3-2 to Maldonado, 2 out, 2 men on, bottom of the 10th, 3-3 game. If Maldonado walks here, it's Altuve. I'm gonna watch this pitch just really quick. I don't know if he threw it yet. Okay, he hasn't thrown it yet. I'm gonna wait a second. But did I lose my train of thought again? Are you serious? Okay, yeah, Garrett Stubbs. Right. I don't believe in like guys like Taylor Jones or who's the other guy that's like young that I don't Miles Straw. I don't like Miles Straw. I want guys who are going to be decent. Okay, Maldonado walked. Bases loaded, 2 out, and Jose can win it right here. Oh, Jose, if you don't win this, you're 0 for 6. That's terrible. Thank you, sir. I subscribed. Appreciate it, Chris Tutal. Always appreciate it. We're back at 60. Someone unsubscribed the other day. I don't know who it was, but how dare you? No, I'm not going to hold it against them. Let's go get a home run, Altuve. I hope he does. He's still batting .301, and he's 0 for 5 tonight. Ouch. I think they're taking Melanson out. Guys like Miles Straw, though, anyways, I don't like them. I want guys who are going to be decent. I want guys who will perform. I want guys who will get hits, not just a hit every few games. Guys who will get hits every game. Doesn't have to be multi-hit games, but it'll be a hit every game. Just get on base. Have some plate discipline. Do something. Miles Straw just goes in the outfield and plays defense. He's like Jake Marisnick, but with 10 times less power. There's no update on the Astros game right now. It's a mound visit. There hasn't been a pitch thrown. Who's in Houston right now? Can someone text me if you're in Houston? Are you hearing this weather? I'm on the edge right now. I also talked Kent, Brantley, Castro, and Lance going to IL. Oh, you're kidding, right? Castro and Lance, Robel and Stubbs, Jake being activated. Sorry, Chris Tutal, you can retype that. Sorry, I just don't allow like bad words on the channel. Sorry. If you want to retype that, you can. Yeah, Austin. I love Austin, by the way. Hold on, I gotta go answer the door. Okay. I need an update. Oh, 2 balls. 2 more balls and we win, guys. 2 more balls and we win. Ooh. Jose, take him. Man, that stinks that Lance and Castro went to the IL. Those are 2 guys that have been super consistent. Who's Jake, by the way? Who am I missing? Jake. Okay, 2-1 now. I don't know who Jake is. But man, Lance was like rolling and Castro is just like having a year. Castro hasn't been like awesome, but he's like been super clutch and like he'll draw walks in big situations. Man. Altuve flied out. And that was it was a pitch straight down the middle. It was straight down the middle, and he just missed it. I don't know how far he hit it. Odorizzi. Right. Completely forgot about Jake Odorizzi. That's a guy I don't have a whole lot of faith in. I don't think Jake Odorizzi was a super smart pickup. Only because so far he hasn't been very efficient, and really throughout his career he hasn't been super efficient. But hopefully, who's coming up? Caratini, Kim, and Pham. That's wonderful. Who's going to be – Riva. No, wait. Rivas? Is Rivas going to be on second? Anyways. No, I don't have a lot of faith in Jake Odorizzi. I like Lance, and I like Castro a lot, though. I'm not a huge – man, and Brantley, too. Like, what's that all about? Dusty said the other night that Brantley wasn't going to be a candidate to go to the IL. And look where he is now. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Brantley. I don't know what is going on with him. Like, he's just out. And I don't know why. Who else? Fromber. That's right. Fromber came back tonight. Fromber actually didn't pitch very long, but Fromber's back. He only gave up that one run, and that was it. And then Christian Javier came in the fifth, gave up a run on that Tatis blast, and now we're tied at 3. Okay, so Profar's at second. It's Rayleigh. I hate Rayleigh. Why are we Tatis going to hit a walk-off? Well, Tatis isn't coming up this inning. He'll probably come up if one of these guys walks or if they get a hit. Wait, that can't be right. It's Caratini, Kim, and Pham. I don't know who Caratini or Kim are. Tommy Pham, though. I like Tommy Pham. Tommy Pham isn't like a Brantley, but he gets hits. 2 runs will score. Yeah. You mean 2 runs will – what do you mean if – Brooks Raley is like – I just don't understand him. Like, his ERA is so high, but every time I watch him, he's like pretty decent. And then other times I'll watch him, he's just like – he has a meltdown. Our bullpen is so – because Raley stinks. Yeah, he obviously – he gave up a single to Caratini. Profar didn't score, but that's not good because now it's Kim. And then that means Machado's going to come up this inning. Unless Kim grounds into a double play here. And hopefully that's the case. And it's on the first pitch, too. Astros needs – yeah. Joe Smith is old. I don't know where Josh James is. Hopefully he's in the minors where he belongs. Josh James is horrible. And then Rayleigh – I feel like Rayleigh actually was okay last season, but this season he's just been a disaster. We've been using up way too much of our bullpen. And it's just – I just don't think our bullpen is as good as I thought it was going to be. He had surgery yesterday. Oh. I don't even think he's played. But anyways, I don't like Josh James. He's so wild. He's like Abreu. That's who he is. I also – that's another guy. Abreu. Can we talk about him? He's terrible. Every game I see Abreu come into, He is always almost giving up the runs. Love how I'm giving you crap to talk about, Lowell. Yep. Well, I'll give you this. If it weren't for you, I might be stumped. Because I'm thinking of things to talk about because there's a lot to talk about, but sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I just have I just can't think. I can't think in situations where I should be thinking. I wanted to get on the show today. I feel like every time I'm off MLB The Show, there's always some huge update. There's a new card. I wanted to log on today, but I had a lot going on. But I just thought I'd do this to see how many outs. 0. And they just scored. I hope it wasn't a home run or a hit. I hope it was a fly out because I'll take that. Please let it be an out. Please let it be an out. Please let it be an out. He singled. Wonderful. We're going to lose now. Why would you bring Rayleigh in, Baker? Why? Dusty Baker is such an airhead. You know what? I'm going to come around and say it. I don't like Dusty Baker as the Astros. I don't like Dusty Baker as the Astros coach. I don't care. Go Padres. I don't have any. By the way, I don't have anything against the Padres. Like I said, I actually kind of like the Padres, but I'd like the Astros to win tonight. Get Hinch back. That's what I've been saying. The fact that the Astros just didn't pull a Red Sox and go get Hinch back, because what the Red Sox do? Oh, Cora was gone for a season. They go back and they get him. Now they're good. Now they're good again. That was smart. Dusty Baker is not smart with the bullpen whatsoever. Why bring Rayleigh in? You have other options. Why did we bring Stanek in last inning? We could have brought Presley in. Why? Why do that? Now Tatis is going to come to the plate. Another game that the Astros let slip away because Altuve chooses the best night to be inefficient, and Dusty Baker goes Dusty Baker mode and wets the bed. I just don't like Dusty Baker as the Astros coach. He's a good coach, but I just don't like. Can I get a shout out on stream? All right, shout out to Houston Sports Talk Productions for staying on for really the entire stream and giving me suggestions to talk about. So yeah, appreciate you for tuning in. It's 2-2 to Fam. Third and first with nobody out. 4-3 Padres. And they got another run. I'm exiting. Yeah, I'm not paying attention to the Astros anymore. They lost. Sorry, guys. I wish the Astros could perform tonight, but they can't offensively. They're just terrible. And Brooks Raley is beyond awful. He's just beyond awful. Why are we bringing in Rayleigh in extra innings? Why? And it's another single. Would you look at that? Now they're taking Rayleigh out. You picked the best time to take him out. 3 straight singles. Dude. Visit sunny San Diego. I have, dude. I have. I've been there. Who would be up for the Astros to hit? You're probably not going to like this. Well, you might. Diaz, Tucker, and Bregman. Because apparently Diaz and Tucker hitting ahead of Bregman for some reason. Don't know why, but they are. We're in San Diego, and what did you do? I've actually been to San Diego 3 times. No. I went the first time because I think I had gone to Disneyland, and we just kind of drove up there. That was a while back. Can you ask Chris to respond to my comment? What did you say? I don't What did you say? No, I visited San Diego in 2015 because I went to go see a game. I went to go see that series, Astros and Padres, in which the Astros actually swept the Padres at Petco. And by the way, Petco is a beautiful stadium. That might be one of my favorite stadiums. And then I went 3 years ago, and I went to that hotel that's by the I forgot the hotel that is. I forgot what it's called. Yeah, but I've been to San Diego a few times. It's a beautiful city. And obviously, y'all got a better baseball team than we do because the Astros are just a train wreck on the pitching. And, man, I don't understand why we took out some question about Astros. You could check out my channel. Yes, Coronado Hotel. I don't know if Chris is still in the stream. Chris, he's asking you something. I don't know if Chris is still in the stream. Yeah, Coronado Hotel. That's where I stayed. That was a really nice hotel. We've been trashed for the last 20 years. Yeah, I know. I know. I actually have a Padres hat. I'll go get it. Actually, I don't know where I put it. Of course, as usual. I have this. I have this. This is the 2016 All-Star Game Astros hat. I think this is what Altuve wore to the game, but it's like a Padres style hat. How far do you think we'll make it in the playoffs? I don't think we'll win the World Series, that's for sure. With our pitching right now. Hold on, I'm gonna go find that Padres hat. I know I have that somewhere. It's okay. I found it. Xavier, I'm gonna give you what you came for, buddy. Right here. I'm not afraid to wear it. I like the Padres. I don't mind the Padres. No, I don't think we'll win the World Series, though. I just don't like our pitching. I don't think our pitching's that elite right now. Our starting pitching is good. Our bullpen is trash. It's terrible. You deserve a follow and a like for that. Thank you. That's what I do, guys. I suck up. No, I don't suck up, but I just happened to have that. So you came on stream and I just happened to have some Padres gear, so I wanted to put it on. I don't mind wearing this too. I actually like this hat. I'm still on the Astros Gamecast for some reason. I don't know why. It's 5-3 Padres, no outs, 0-2 count to Machado, and 2 men on. Okay, Machado made an out, but I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that advanced the runners. MLB.com takes forever to load their plays, man. They need to be really efficient. Come on, MLB. Come on. Okay, whatever. I'll just check in a minute. No. He grounds into a force out. Yeah. Knew it. Okay, so Machado reaches. There's one out. Fam's out at second, but Kim gets to third. How did we give up a hit to the bottom of the order? How did we give up 2 hits to Caratini and Yo, please, dude, I'm gonna let my phone get charged. Are you sub to me? I am not sub to you. I'm gonna go check out your channel a little more. Before I subscribe to people, I like to check out their channel just a little bit, just to see if it's worthy of my subscription. But I'll go check it out. I'll probably subscribe. You're a sports talk guy, and I always appreciate a fellow Houstonian talking about the Astros and not trashing on them like so many other people are. Cronenworth now. Cronenworth's 0 for 5, but it's 0 and 2 or 2 and 0. This game's over. It's over. The Astros are not scoring 2 runs next inning. Even with a guy on second, we're not scoring 2 runs. Our offense is so inconsistent. It blows my mind. We had our chance to win last inning, and Altuve blew it. Now he's 0 for 6 tonight, which is not good for him. Have a nice night and stay safe with all the rain. Hey, you too, man. It's a terrible storm is killing me. But yeah, have a good night. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, it's 2-2 now. I think I'm getting ending this. I think I'm getting close to ending the stream. I actually said I was going to do it until the end of the 10th, but I've actually gone to the 11th. Yeah, I think I might. I think I'm getting close to ending the stream. I'm tired, and it's almost midnight. I've almost been doing this for an hour and a half, which is not what I usually do. I usually stream for like half an hour, which isn't very good, but I'm so lazy with my uploads that I'll just stream instead of uploading videos, which isn't good because I feel like people watch more of my videos than they do my streams. I'm sorry, Padres fan, if you're still here, but I'm not gonna wear a hat. It's over. It is 6-3 Padres on another single by Jake Cronenworth. Why bring him in? Why? I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my mind with the Astros. What's up, your boy Ben? Astros are so inconsistent, man. At least you didn't bet on it. No, I never bet. I mean, I'm 15, so I'm obviously not gonna bet, but I would never bet on the Astros. They're just so like, unless I know for a fact that they'll win, like against a terrible team, but I wouldn't even bet on them then because I just don't know with the Astros. It's pouring outside right now. Yeah, sure is. I'm actually gonna check. Well, okay, that's actually pointless because there's nothing outside. I can barely see outside. Lightning storm outside my house. Yeah, mine too. I live in a townhouse, so it's like it's a small house, so and very, very thin walls, so everything is loud to me. 7-3. 7-3. Look at that. 7-3. Wooey. Okay. All right. Okay. Well. This is turning into a stream where I'm just making faces because that's what this game is becoming. 7-3. 7-3. Calling 4 runs in the extra innings. Really? And you only got 1 out? And all on singles. Not one of those on sac fly, Tatis. Wonderful. Good to know. Yeah, it's pouring. But yeah, it's pouring. I hate Houston weather, man. Houston is making me mad. Quite honestly, the traffic is terrible. There's so many places in the city that are just like, don't even get me started. We need to trade for some bullpen help ASAP. Yeah. I don't want to say you're stating the obvious, but I can't really say anything else besides Captain Obvious. No, I'm kidding. But yes, they need some serious help. Dallas or Houston? Houston. I don't like Dallas. I don't like any. I don't like Dallas. I don't mind some of the Dallas sports teams, but I've never really been a huge fan of Dallas. If we could just get Allman on and Gurriel in, I think we have a chance. Well, what are the chances of that happening with the offense? I have to act natural. The kid just said if we could get Allman on, that's my brother because he wants to log onto the stream and ruin my day. I hate the Captain Obvious commercials. I know, Jack. I know. That's Jack's bed right there. He's hopping onto the stream to ruin it and wreck it. Thanks, Jack. 8-3. Oh my. What do I say right now? It went from 3-3 to 8-3. What do I say? You must stop, Xavier. You're killing me. 8-3. 8-3. You ain't pointing out my bed. Yes, I can point out your bed, Jack, because you live here too. In fact, you were in here earlier. 8-3. You have a panic attack. I am gonna have a panic attack right now. 8-3. You gave it 5 runs in 1 inning. And I'm out. Bye, guys. I'm out. It just doesn't stop, does it? It doesn't stop. 10-3. What happened? Did someone hit a home run? 10-3? Oh! It's the Padres. They have a good offense, but 10-3. That's not just the Padres offense. That's how bad the Astros bullpen is. I sleep like a baby. Xavier, you're lucky. I'm not going to be sleeping like a baby tonight knowing that we lost 10-3. We were two balls away from winning this game. And Jose Altuve missed a pitch straight down the middle. 11:45. Thanks for reminding me, Jack. You don't want to go to bed, Jack. I'm telling you that right now. You might be typing 11:45. Oh, it's getting late, Spencer. Well, no. You're the one that wants to stay up every night, Jack. I'm going to cry myself to sleep. I am too. The Padres always wake up in the late innings. They're like the Astros in like 2017, 2018. Don't bring up the cheating when I say that. Do not. I'm going to sleep like a baby tonight as he yells at me because we lost. I will yell at you, but it's not going to be because we lost. It's because you were on here. And I'll be looking forward to that, Jack. I've completely gone off subject. Like, I've forgotten everything that I've even been talking about in this hour and a half stream because we're down 10-3. Ugh. Like, now it's the middle of the 11th. So, yeah, the Astros have a big chance. We're down 7 runs. We have to score 8 to win. That's doable. That's nothing for the Astros. No, that's a lot for the Astros. I'm going to log off and try to sleep. Man, it's 1 a.m. For you, it's 1 a.m. For me, it's almost midnight. All right, have a good night, Xavier. I hope you sleep like a – I hope you don't sleep like a baby, but you're going to because this game is over. And I'm going to have to cry myself to sleep knowing that we let one slip away. Yeah, don't tell me to see you, Jack, because I'm going to see you in just a minute. You know what, Jack? You can hear me from the other room. Xavier, That's all I have to say to that. That's all I got to say to that. At least we can cry together. Yep. And now we are officially an hour and a half in. This might be the longest stream I've ever done. Maybe not, but it might be. I can. Jack, you can expect a storm tonight, buddy. You're in the other room. You're right next door to me right now. He's right next door and he's typing in chat right now. When he can literally just come in here and say something right now. 90 minutes. Yeah. And now, with that being said, now that we're 90 minutes in, I think I'm going to end the stream because there's nothing else to talk about, and the Astros are down 10-3. The Astros actually kind of deserved a game though, where they got destroyed in late innings because you know what? That's an hour and 20 minutes ago. No, an hour and 30 minutes ago, Jack. Because the Astros offense is so inconsistent that it just deserves to have a game where the other team blows them away because they blew it in big positions. I mean, there's absolutely no way we're coming back from this. There's no way. At least we tried. Hopefully we win next time. Dang, Jack. You can't follow the guidelines? Come on, dude. Well, sorry, buddy. I'm putting you in timeout for that. I can put my brother in timeout, people. I put him in timeout. Okay. This is a crazy stream. I've been doing this way too long. I don't even want to do it anymore. Like, we're down 10-3. There's nothing else to talk about. I'm gonna end the stream here. So thanks for tuning in, guys. It's been a crazy night. I'm gonna try to go to sleep, even though I probably won't be able to because we let one slip away. But maybe I can get my mind off it with some sweet Rockets news that might come up. Maybe. All right. So that's gonna end it for stream. Thanks for tuning in. Like the stream, subscribe. We're back to 60. Don't know how we got under, but we're back to 60. Let's get to 70. And comment down below your thoughts on what I said way earlier in this stream. What should the Rockets do with their offseason? And do you like the Astros' chances in the playoffs this season? So that's going to do it for the stream. Astros fans, Padres fans, Rockets fans, go Astros and go Rockets. Peace, guys.